Outside the big glass office building, the morning is busy. Cars stopping. Horns. Guards checking IDs at the gate. A white luxury car suddenly stops in front. The window goes down. A young woman in expensive sunglasses leans out. Her name is Sophie. She snaps, "Hey. Move. Open the gate. Do you not see my car?" The old security guard, Eli, steps closer. His uniform is clean but old. His shoes are worn. His hands are rough. Eli says softly, "Good morning, ma'am. Please show your ID. It's company rule." Sophie's face changes. "Are you serious?" She laughs. "Do I look like some random person to you?" She throws her card on the floor near his feet. "Pick it up, dog," she spits. "That's your job, right?" Other guards turn and stare. A few people near the entrance slow down. The air becomes heavy. Eli bends slowly, picks up the card with shaking hands. His eyes shine with tears, but he keeps his head down. Sophie rolls her eyes. Useless people. They put dogs at the gate and call this a five-star office. She drives in as the gate opens. The camera above the gate blinks red. It has recorded everything. The narrator's voice comes in. "In a few hours this same girl will stand in front of this dog, and she will beg for his forgiveness. The truth behind this guard will shock everyone in this building." Inside the office, the lobby is bright and shiny. Marble floors. Big logo on the wall, Carter Group Holdings. Sophie walks in, heels clicking. She fixes her dress and checks her makeup in her phone camera. She talks to herself. "Relax, Sophie. After today, everyone will know your fashion brand. One deal with Mr. Carter and I'll be everywhere." At the reception desk, a young woman named Grace smiles politely. "Grace, good morning. You're here for the partnership meeting, right?" Sophie doesn't even look at her. She drops her bag on the counter. "Obviously," she says. "I'm Sophie Kane. My father is Mr. Kane. He already spoke with Mr. Carter." Grace nods kindly. "Yes, Miss Sophie. Please have a seat. Mr. Carter will see you soon." Sophie looks around. On another sofa sits a young man in a simple shirt, neat but clearly not rich. His shoes are old but polished. His name is Daniel. He holds a file tightly in his hands. He looks nervous but hopeful. Sophie looks him up and down and smirks. She whispers to Grace, loud enough for Daniel to hear. "They also call people like this for meetings? What is this, a charity?" Daniel lowers his eyes. His fingers press into the file. He doesn't say anything. Grace feels awkward. She gives Daniel a small, kind smile. "Grace, softly, would you like some water?" Daniel nods. "Thank you." While Grace walks to get water, Daniel remembers something from a few minutes ago. Daniel had walked to the gate on foot. He had no car. He was sweating under the sun, holding his file, trying not to be late. Eli, the old guard, had opened the small side gate for him. Eli, with a gentle smile. "Good morning, Beta. You're here for interview?" Daniel smiled back. "Yes, sir. For the startup funding meeting. I'm a bit nervous." Eli chuckled. "Don't call me sir. I am only a guard." "Yes, but you are elder," Daniel said. "So you are sir for me." Eli's eyes softened. "May God bless you. Don't worry. Just be honest. Honest people may lose first, but they win in the end." Daniel had bowed his head gratefully. "If you were at that gate, who would you respect more? The boy who said sir to a guard, or the girl who called him a dog?" Grace returns with water, and gives it to Daniel. He thanks her. Sophie scrolls on her phone, bored. She complains, "Why is he taking so long? People like us don't have all day." Grace smiles politely. "Mr. Carter is in another meeting. He will finish soon." Sophie sighs loudly. These big CEOs love to make people wait so they feel important. She laughs at her own joke. Daniel stays quiet, eyes on his file. At that moment, across the lobby, Eli walks in slowly. He has come to give some papers to the reception. His steps are careful. His back is a little bent. His hands still shake slightly from the insult at the gate. Grace sees him. "Good morning, Eli." He smiles faintly. "Good morning, Beta." Sophie sees him and her face twists. "Oh look," she says. The dog reached inside also. Daniel's head snaps up. Grace's smile fades. Eli looks down, as if her words hit his chest. Grace whispers, "Miss Sophie, please, this is not okay." Sophie lifts her chin. "You work here. You should know the difference between us and them." But then something small happens. Eli takes out his old wallet. A photo peeks out from inside. It is a picture of him standing with a young man in a suit. The young man's hand is on Eli's shoulder. Both are smiling. He looks at the photo for a second, then carefully puts the wallet back in his pocket. The narrator speaks. Sophie has no idea who this old guard really is. She thinks he is nothing. But the truth in his wallet will soon turn her whole life upside down. The elevator door opens with a ding. Grace says, "Mr. Carter is ready. Please come, both of you." Sophie stands first and walks proudly to the lift. Daniel follows, clutching his file. Eli watches them go up. He sighs. "Some people only see uniforms, not hearts," he whispers to himself. On the top floor, there is a big meeting room with glass walls. The city looks small from up here. At the center of the room is a long table. At the end of the table sits Mr. Carter. He is in his early 40s. Simple suit. No heavy jewelry. Calm face. As Sophie and Daniel enter, Mr. Carter stands. "Welcome," he says. "Please have a seat." Sophie sits confidently, crossing her legs. Daniel sits carefully, almost afraid to touch the chair. Mr. Carter looks at both of them with a gentle smile. "Mr. Carter, so, Sophie Kane. I've heard a lot about your fashion brand." Sophie smiles widely. "Of course. We are very popular with rich clients. My designs are exclusive. Not everyone can afford them." Daniel lowers his eyes. That word rich hits him. Mr. Carter turns to Daniel. "And Daniel, you run a small online clothing startup, right?" Daniel nods. "Yes, sir. We make affordable clothes for students and workers." Sophie laughs softly. "So, cheap clothes," she says under her breath. Mr. Carter hears her. His smile fades a little, but he does not comment. Instead, he leans back in his chair. "Mr. Carter, before we talk about business, I want to show you something. Just a small video." Sophie smiles. "A promo of my brand?" Mr. Carter looks at her. "No. Something more important." He clicks a button. The lights dim a little. A large screen on the wall switches on. The video starts. We see the front gate of the building. The time in the corner is from that morning. A car stops. A window goes down. Sophie's own face appears on the screen. From the speakers, her voice echoes in the room. "Pick it up, dog. That's your job, right?" The room goes silent. Every word of insult is loud. Everyone in the meeting room hears. "They put dogs at the gate and call this a 5-star office." Sophie freezes. Her heart drops. Her hands go cold. The color leaves her face. Daniel's eyes widen in shock. He looks from the screen to Sophie. Mr. Carter stops the video. The screen freezes on Sophie's angry face. He turns to her slowly. "Mr. Carter," voice calm but firm. "This is you, right?" Sophie stammers. I was just angry. He was rude first. He didn't open the gate." Mr. Carter raises an eyebrow. "I watched the full clip. He was only asking for your ID." Sophie swallows. Her throat feels dry. Mr. Carter continues. "Tell me, Sophie, if this video went online, with your brand name in the title, what would happen?" Sophie looks scared now. She imagines the comments. The hate. People calling for boycotts. My brand would get hate," she whispers. Mr. Carter nods. "Yes. People would say your company hates poor people." He leans forward. "Mr. Carter, and tell me one more thing. In your brand, who makes your clothes? Only rich people?" Sophie hesitates. "No, workers, tailors, staff. Poor people, right?" He says. "People like that guard?" She looks down. Her fingers grip her handbag. There is a long silence. Then Mr. Carter presses another button. The door at the back of the room opens. Someone walks in. It is Eli, the old guard. He stands there, confused, holding his cap in his hand. "Sir, you called me?" he says softly. Daniel's jaw drops. Sophie's eyes almost pop out. She whispers, What is he doing here?" Mr. Carter stands up. He walks over to Eli and puts a hand on his shoulder. Mr. Carter turns to Sophie and Daniel. "Mr. Carter," voice steady, "let me introduce you properly. This is Eli Carter." He pauses. "Yes," he says slowly. "He is my father." The room feels like it stops breathing. Sophie's mouth falls open. She looks from Eli to Mr. Carter, then back again. Daniel's eyes fill with respect and surprise. Mr. Carter continues, "He worked all his life in our factories. When my mother was alive, she made him promise he would never leave our side. He chose to work as a guard after he retired, because he likes to stay simple. He says, 'From the gate, I can see what kind of people enter this place.'" Eli looks down, a little shy. Sophie's head spins. She remembers her words, dog, useless, trash. She has insulted the father of the very man she wants to impress. Mr. Carter walks back to his chair. He looks at both of them. "Mr. Carter, now, I have to decide something very important. Who should I trust with my company's name? Someone who calls my father dog, or someone who treats him like a human being? He looks at Sophie. Her heart races. He looks at Daniel. Daniel holds his breath. The narrator says, in this moment, everything changes. One clip. One truth. And the power is no longer in Sophie's hands. The room is still. Only the sound of the air conditioner can be heard. Mr. Carter folds his hands. Mr. Carter, Sophie. Why did you speak to the guard like that? Sophie's eyes fill with tears. Her voice shakes. I was stressed, she says. I had a bad morning. I didn't mean it. Mr. Carter's face is serious. You didn't mean it? Or, you meant all of it, but now you are scared. Sophie looks at the table. Tears drop onto her fingers. If this video were never shown, Mr. Carter asks, would you say sorry to him? She stays quiet. That silence is her answer. He then turns to Daniel. Daniel, he says, how did you speak to the guard? Daniel swallows. Sir, I just said good morning. I called him sir. He wished me good luck. Mr. Carter nods slowly. He looks at Eli. Dad, he says gently. Tell me honestly. How many people talk to you like Sophie did? Eli sighs deeply. Many, he says. Some call me old. Some push me. Some throw their cards at me. They think I don't feel anything because I am just a guard. His eyes glisten. He wipes them quickly. But sometimes, he adds, one or two speak kindly. Like this boy. He points to Daniel. They remind me why I still stand at that gate. Sophie's shoulders shake. She starts crying silently now. She suddenly stands up, walks over to Eli, and drops to her knees. Mr. Eli, she stammers. I am so sorry. I was wrong. Please forgive me. I didn't know you were Mr. Carter's father. Eli looks at her with sad eyes. He asks softly, if I were not his father, would you still be sorry? His words hit her like a slap. She covers her face and cries harder. No. I mean, yes. She cannot answer properly. If you were in Eli's place, what would you do? Would you forgive her? Or walk away? Mr. Carter watches quietly. After a moment, Eli speaks. Child, he says slowly, I am not angry because you hurt me. I have heard such words all my life. I am sad because you think some people are less human than you. He gently lifts her up so she is standing again. Eli, I forgive you as a person. But you must change your heart. Not just your words in front of cameras. Sophie nods again and again. I will. I promise. Please don't cancel the deal. My brand, my father. She turns to Mr. Carter, hands joined. Sir, please, give me one more chance, she begs. My father will be so angry. We will lose everything. I will do anything you say. Please. Her voice breaks. Mascara runs down her cheeks. She looks nothing like the proud girl at the gate now. Mr. Carter closes his eyes for a moment. Then he says, Sophie, you are afraid of losing your brand. But you already lost the most important thing, your character. She sobs harder. He continues, I cannot put my company name next to a person who treats workers like animals. So the partnership is cancelled. The words cut like a knife. Sophie gasps. Her legs feel weak. She grabs the back of a chair to stay standing. Daniel watches, feeling shocked but also knowing this is fair. But, Mr. Carter adds, I am not here to destroy young people. I believe people can change, if they really want to. He looks at Eli. Dad, what do you think? Eli thinks for a moment. Don't ruin her life, he says. Teach her. Make her feel what it is like to be small, so she can grow into a better person. Mr. Carter nods. He turns to Sophie. Mr. Carter, here is my decision. I will not work with your brand. But I will give you one personal chance. She looks up surprised. You will work in this building, he says. But not as a big designer. For 1 month, you will sit with our customer complaints team. You will take calls from angry customers. You will listen to people shout at you. You will solve their problems with patience. You will also spend weekends helping our staff in the canteen and cleaning area. You will see how hard they work. Her eyes widen. What? You want me to work like a staff member? Yes, he says calmly. If you can do that with respect, and if my father says you have changed, then maybe, in future, we can speak again about work. If you refuse, this door is closed forever. Sophie looks at Eli. She looks at Daniel. She looks at the floor. Her pride fights inside her chest. But fear of losing everything is stronger. I will do it, she whispers. I'll do it. I will work here. I will change. Just, please don't leak the video. Please. Mr. Carter nods once. The video will stay here. But remember, God always sees what cameras cannot. He then turns to Daniel. And you, Daniel, he says, his voice softening. I like your idea of affordable clothes. Kindness in business is rare. You respected my father without knowing who he was. So, I will invest in your startup. Daniel's mouth opens in shock. Ah, really, sir? Mr. Carter smiles. Yes. We will help you grow. But you must promise one thing. Daniel's eyes are wet. Anything, sir. Mr. Carter. No one in your company will ever treat a worker as less than human. Not while I am beside you. Deal. Daniel's voice breaks. Deal, sir. I promise. I will never forget this day. Eli wipes a tear from the corner of his eye. The narrator says, in one room, we see everything. Pride, shame, pain, and then, justice. The rich girl who called a guard dog now stands small and broken. The poor boy who respected a guard leaves with a future in his hands. The office is busy again. Phones ring in the customer complaints section. At one desk sits Sophie. No expensive dress now. Simple shirt. Hair tied back. Her hands move fast as she types notes from a call. Yes, ma'am, I understand you are upset, she says gently into the headset. I'm very sorry for the trouble. I will fix it for you. Please give me a little time. Her eyes are tired, but softer. She has heard hundreds of angry voices now. She knows how words can hurt. On the weekend, she stands in the canteen with an apron, helping serve food to staff. Some workers still look at her with doubt. Others smile politely. Later that day, she walks to the gate with a small lunchbox in her hand. Eli is there, doing his duty like always. Good afternoon, Mr. Eli, she says quietly. He looks at her. There is no hate in his eyes. Only wisdom. I brought you lunch, she says. I cooked it myself. I wanted to say sorry again. Not because you are Mr. Carter's father, but because you are a human who did not deserve my words. She looks down. I was empty inside. I thought money made me big, but it only made my heart small. Eli smiles gently. He takes the box. People who can see their mistakes are never truly small, he says. Her eyes fill with tears again, but this time, they are different. She asks softly, do you think I can become better? Eli nods. One step at a time. Start with how you treat the people who cannot give you anything. Behind them, Daniel walks out of the building, talking to Mr. Carter about plans for the new startup. He waves to Eli. Good evening, sir. Daniel calls. Good evening, Beta, Eli replies. As the camera pulls back, we see everything. The rich girl learning to be humble. The old guard standing tall. The poor boy walking toward a brighter future. True richness is not in cars, clothes, or big names. It is in how you treat people who stand at your gate. Because sometimes, the guard you insult today holds the key to your tomorrow.